All right, let's see what happens. Let us see what happens. For those of you who will be watching this a little bit later, my name's Anthony Gray. Welcome to another episode of Grayscale Painting. I'm just getting a few things set up here. Hopefully it'll be a frustration-free live stream, but we'll see. We shall see. I'll wait a little bit for a few people to come on in the room. All right, so far so good. I'll wait a little bit for a few people to come on in the room. All right, so far so good. I'll wait a little bit for a few people to come on in the room. All right, let's do that. Let's set this where I can read the chat somewhat decently. I think that'll work. Okie dokie. On Wednesday evening, my time, I'm usually on about an hour early or so. So I decided to, I'm usually on an hour later, usually around 7 o'clock. I decided to come on a little bit earlier because all my little chore things are done. Let's talk about this crazy looking background we have. This is India ink, watered down acrylic, and plastic wrap. All right, just watered down the paper. This is 11 by 15 inch watercolor paper. I wet it, then I put all the loose colors all in it, the watered down colors. There's sienna, a couple of different types of green, some umber. I believe that was probably it. And I took some plastic wrap, put it on there, pressed it on there, and just let it sit, just like this. And I let it dry, and at least almost dry. And then when I feel it was long enough, it only takes a few minutes, depending on the temperature of your room. I'll just peel it right off. Okay. Well, hello, Johnny. Marilyn, how are you? Chrissy, hey, how's it going? Yep, I'm on a little bit earlier than usual. Okay, all right. So if you see me looking down, I'm just reading the chat there. All right. It looks like we had a little blackout there for a second. Don't know why. It seems like my channel's on pretty good here, so we don't know what's going on with the phone. I'll just pop it off and put it back here. All right, there we are. I don't know why he did that. Everything seems to be okay over there. We're gonna get right on to it. So, oh yeah, I feel absolutely fine. I'm at 100% now. Now I was bad for a couple weeks. I had a post-nasal sinus infection, and then my blood pressure spiked, and so it was just horrible. And that's what was going on. So with me, so I was absolutely useless. My iPhone, for some reason, is just blacking out. Apparently you guys are still watching me, but the iPhone is absolutely horrid. For some reason it just keeps blacking out the video. I do see your comments. I just pulled back up again. The one good thing about the iPhone that it pulls back up my pages extremely quickly. So all right, we see how well that goes. All right. No, you guys are still here because I don't see no warning sign on the actual program itself. Everything is good. So, but we are going to get right on to it. You look to your lower right. Yes, did it again. I can't crack on yet. I guess this won't be doing it. For some reason, my screen is just blacking out on the iPhone, which is fine. So hold on, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna have to go here on the slow tablet, but it still should pull up with no issues. It just takes a little more time with the tablet. So the tablet is always plugged in, so it doesn't run out of power or anything. Another thing that keeps me from this room is that there's no ventilation. I'm gonna have to try to cobble up a fan in here just so I can have cool air blow on me, because it's very warm in this room. But as you see on your lower right, very simple colors: orange, red, green, and white. It's cad red and sap green, cad orange, titanium white, if you want to be technical about it. All right, I don't really have to do much to the background because the background looks like this. Okay, usually when I do backgrounds like this, it's usually going to be a floral pattern of some sort, or a floral. All right, I don't necessarily have to wait for my tablet to turn on, because we can, as Chrissy says, just crack on right from here. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. All right, I am going to utilize the glycerin. I'll put it somewhere around in here. This time the glycerin will be in the paint. All right, the colors won't be too thrilling, not much to write home to mama about. All right, so I'll just get that green. We'll throw a few leaves up in there. It's taking quite a while for my tablet too. I'm gonna darken it with this red a little bit there. That's a little much, but it's all right, we'll work with it. It's a little too much, but once again, that's okay. I'll just add more green in there. It's gonna turn a little brownish, which is fine, because we can always go on top. This is just a foundation color anyway, so it's fine. It's okay. YouTube isn't responding. Do you want to close it? Now wait. So like I said, we'll just move on. Everything seems to be working well. If it's not, I'm sure you'll let me know. No, it's not. It's not doing it. Let's get out of that. Let's call it back again. Usually I don't have this trouble with the iPhones. For some reason it just wants to, like I say, blank out, but whatever. All right, let's start from up here. You guys can still see everything, which is cool. So we'll start from right around in here like that. And we'll just start popping in some of these guys like this. I'll come over here, we'll pop one in here like this, go narrow, just like that. We'll pop one in the other direction like that, and we'll just kind of have them come right off the panel, like so. You know what? Let's have a little root here, just going down that way. Let's have a root going over here like that. All right, and we'll come here and we'll kind of do one of those numbers. Do the same thing here, just like that. All right. Say we're just fleshing out some stuff here and there. I think I'll have one right around here like that, somewhere around there. Okay, we're good with that. Let's start adding in some little shapes to that. Now, the secret to doing these are my favorite leaves to do. Okay, you have to pretend your point. I'll just take this right now. Aim your strokes right around in here. Aim them in that direction. All right, I'm trying to see if I can safely pull up my page here so I can look at the chat. All right, now you can make them as decorative or as wild as you want once you get accustomed to the stroke patterns. Okay, so, and look at the flatness of the brush. I have to look over here to see. All right, you see the direction here? You keep your brush in that direction, press and aim toward that dot right there. And each one, up to you, aim it all towards the dot, but they get a little shorter. Okay, like that. Right there, you can do the same thing. Aim it towards the direction of that white dot. Okay, go to my channel. Pulled right up, very good. All right, I highly doubt this will black out. This one's got it here. We'll move on. I can make them longer than the other ones, whatever, but everything aims toward that dot. Okay, I'll just use that dot to drag that leaf around. All right, we're gonna just mosey on and continue on. We're gonna do the same thing here, same concept. Okay, right up in there. This is a 1/2 inch flat, in case you're wondering. And I'm not, and you shouldn't be either. Don't be afraid to overlap your leaves. All right, these are this weird reddish brown color right now, and that's fine, that's cool. That'll work. Hello, Bruce, how are you? You said it was buffering? It shouldn't be. Everything seems to be looking pretty fine. It shouldn't be, it shouldn't buffer. But if it does, let me know. I haven't been on in, not live in quite some time. Getting a little glycerin because the paint that I'm using is back to my regular Grumbacher stuff. Really thick acrylic paint. And I'm not using water, I'm just going to use the glycerin here. It thickens, or it loosens up this paint. It's starting to tack up here. All right, we'll pop one here. We'll just kind of do it like that. Real crazy looking one there. Just like so. There. And we got one more over there. So I'm just scraping up the color here, putting it right on my little 1/2 inch brush. And we'll kind of put them up in there like that. Looks like I timed this perfectly, at least for this. Bring it right on around. We have one more actually. See if I can eke out one real quick here. Well, I still got some of this paint lingering right around in here. And we'll kind of, I paint red on the tape, just continue the flow of it there. Just like that. All right. Okie dokie. I don't really need much of that, so we'll just wipe that red away, clean that red off. All right, this is a glass palette and I love it. Awesome. There, get rid of the riffraff. And we're gonna continue right along. Let's clean off this brush real quick. No buffer on your end? All right, great. Don't worry, Chrissy, I won't do like Ian does and talk 45 minutes and not do nothing. I enjoy teasing them on that. All right, let's get a little bit of this green here. And I'm gonna get some of that orange. Pop that orange in that green there. There we go. Now throw some white in there, kind of grade up a little bit there. different leaves today. We'll give a hint of some of that green, but mainly that weird browny color. Okay. All right. A wee bit of glycerin, just put it in there. This time, I'm going to make the leaves, the coloration really smooth, and we're going to have a little, fun with it. We'll group them over here for right now. That should be fine. Let's adjust the focus here. I'll put the focus over there. That should sharpen it up for you. All right, let's move right along. We press, pull, release. Press, pull, release. Press, pull, release. Go in the direction where that dot is, very important. Press, pull, release. I'm gonna do them both sides the same way. And I'm developing very interesting, nice little tones with that. And you see you got the darkish brown there. I really don't have to do much with that. I kind of like that mix and what it's doing, so we're gonna keep that. If it's not broke, hello JCT, how are you? You're going to be cracking the whip on Friday? Well, then I'll just be looking and laughing. I'll just be doing my painting thing. I've already did a pre-test yesterday or day before. I think many people thought I was going to go on live, but I wasn't. That's just StreamYard. It just does that thing now. I don't know what kind of deal they got with Facebook when they do that, but that's what they tend to do. So it's nothing I could control on that one. It gave the notification that I was going to be on live shortly, and that wasn't the case. I just had to test it with my webcam in the laptop. I have to move the laptop on my extreme right side, so I have room for the cable. I need some more glycerin because I can feel the paint sticking. It's grabbing onto the paper, so it's not giving me a smooth transition. As of right now, it's still pretty decent, still pretty cool, so I can kind of get away with it. There we go. And if I didn't like something, I can use this very soft brush and we can kind of dial it back or smooth it out a little bit, just like that. Like I say, I like what it's looking like right now because of the background. So everything's still pretty smooth. Yes, you guys can still see it. All right. Press, pull, release. Press, pull, release. Press, pull, release. You guys will get accustomed to it the more you do this. I overlap a little bit. Okay. Really your preference. Like I say, I like the way it's looking, so I purposely got the softer bristled brush just to smooth it out, but I like the color shift. They just happen to really match up really good today. Looks like I kind of called it on this one, so I like it. Just like so. It's just repetition until you get yourself, can you guys see that? You don't see. Until you get yourself accustomed to it, you got to get used to it. It's just a lot of practicing of press, pull, release. Go in the direction where the dot would be. Okay. And you get more comfortable with it, you can kind of design the leaves any fashion you would like. They don't necessarily have to look like this. This actually is something I personally love to do for them. So, you know. All right, let's clean off the brush real quick here. Water and glycerin is like the water cuts through glycerin like a hot knife through butter. I'm going into the orange. I'm gonna just bring the orange here. Get a little titanium white. Slap it in there. This would be the highlight color. Something a little different today. Alright. Get a little bit of glycerin. Put it right in there. Right into the paint. Right into the mix. Alright. Glycerin will just make your paint, your thick, your heavy body paint, a little more transparent. Alright. Like I said, this is heavier body paint, so I added the white. One, to brighten it up, and two, white is still quite opaque. Alright, so it's gonna really pop wherever you choose to have your your highlights. Yes, definitely earthy tones on these. And now I can choose where I want to put the highlights. Okay, and the density of the color. I'll just use the corner of the brush there, just like that. Now, those I want smoothed out a little better. Just like that. Wear it away a little bit. Right on the tail end there. Like so. I don't have to have them super glaring bright. Don't need them to really to take away the focus. Right here, I don't have to do every one. Look at this. See? There's a couple right in there like that. And then I'll just go right from the center and bring it down that way. I don't have to highlight every one, and you really shouldn't. Vary them. Different spots, you know. Oh, let's go this way. Like that, and we'll keep adding them in there, like so. Corner of the brush, get that little line in there. Okay, I forgot to move the camera. I got two more to do. I'll move the other one, or I'll just pull back a little bit. My bad. Right here. It's like that. I'm pressing a little heavier this time. I'm turning the brush around, get a little more paint there. Just like that, and just kind of continue that little shine right there. All right, and this time I'll remember to move it over right there. Let's see if I can scoop up a little more of this bright orange. All right, right up in here, I'll brighten this one, right? I'll skip one, and I'll just aim the rest of them down that way, like that. Just like so. Come on around with the corner of the brush, and boom, just like that. All right. Now that I've done that with the lit half, let's go with the darker half. We'll just go right there with the regular sap green. We'll put it right in here, the sap green, right in here. So let's see what the just regular out the tube sap green will do. All right, get a little more sap green, put it right in there. A little touch of glycerin. No problem, JCT. It's a pleasure to have you. I appreciate you stopping in, even if it's for a little while. Be safe out there. All right, we're gonna just do regular sap green for the shadow side. Just like that. Bring it in there real smooth. Like, I don't want it to interfere too much with the reddish brown. And it definitely sets the color back. It sets the dark half of the leaf. It definitely sets it back. Just like that. That one. We'll do this one here, just like that, and just like that. We'll bring that in a little bit, it's like so. Yep, still where you guys can see it. Right here, it's a little darker. You got this one is being covered a little bit, so we're just gonna block him in a tad like that, and then we'll kind of play with him a little bit, just like that. I'm just looking up and see exactly where I'm at here. This shadow him in like that. And let's go from the back. Let's go that way like this with it. Just like that. We're going reverse. Just like this. Then I can just take this and we'll bring it back a little. And just play with that. Play with those tones like that. Bring him back there. Just like that. We have one more. I'm holding my brush on purpose a little bit further back so you guys can check this out. All right. But as you can see, you will when I pull the brush, when I pull it back a little bit. Just like that. Let's pull back. Just a little bit there. All right, you start to see what it kind of looks like there. Okay, let's take a little touch of, before I move on to other spots, let's just take a little bit of orange again. Let's put it right here. And let's get some titanium white, really brighten it up, just like that. All right. Little spot of glycerin. The brighter the color, the less of it you need, really. Okay. All right. Let's play right about here, like that. All right. And let's have another one. It's like that. And maybe right here at the edge, like that. We'll kind of drag that out there like this. And we can kind of soften it. See, just soften it a little bit. Let's get a little more titanium white. I need a little bright because I'm not using as much of this color. So I kind of want it to pop out a little bit, like that. So now you can be picky. You can choose your spots. Follow me. So some of these highlights will be a little more than the other ones. And once again, you soften it. I'll go up in here. You bring it inward, like so. You don't have to highlight every one. Wherever your light source is, some of them hit a little stronger than others. Just like that. You got one buried there, and we'll just kind of, just like that. I don't have to be super heavy-handed with the highlights. There we go. A little more white. Put it right in there. I just want to brighten up that orange because I don't intend to use a lot of it. Just in certain areas. Once you get it to where you're satisfied with it, don't bother it anymore and just go on. Just like that. And leave it be. You just move on to the next one. I'll skip one and I'll just do the other ones. Like so. That one came out all right. I like that. I already pulled the camera back so it wasn't necessary. Oh, bright one right here. And you just keep aiming it where there. I'll just kind of tap that in there a little bit, soften that. I don't need to do any more with that. Okay, let's take the same brush. I'm a sucker for using the same brush for every little thing. I'm just using the tip of the brush. Tip of the brush, and we're just going to play. Look at that. Yeah, you guys can see all of this. Looky here. Look. Don't have to do every one. A little bit here and there. Just see a little trail there. Like that. I'm turning my brush around because I know where the paint is. Just like so. Up here. Come on around. I'm just using the back end of the brush. Okay. And we'll pop one right here. Just like that. And since I went that far, I might as well just have a little fun with it while I'm thinking about it. Corner of the brush. Right in here. Alright. I'll hold the brush back on purpose. And we just add little veins in here. Like that. We'll come over here, we'll play around with some on the other side there. I'm not gonna go too crazy with the veins. You just need a few here and there. You know, if you like your leaves looking like this, you know, go for it. They don't have to meet their veins. You can have some kind of connect to go in other spots. Up to you. I'll connect it and have it go that way. Make a mistake, wipe it off. It's not the end of the world. Don't call the suicide prevention hotline if you feel you made a mistake. You'll be okay. Chrissy, that's right. And you tell your sister happy birthday for me. Yeah, I visit my brother today. We talk for a few hours. We hang out on the stoop and just chat. He already has little plans going on, and it's cool, you know. It's all good. I'll put a couple of them right there. But you see that the little the appearance of veins brings a whole new dimension to your leaf work. You know, even if it's just a few. These leaves are really stylized. Okay, obviously they're not, you know, Encyclopedia Britannica leaves, and they're not meant to be. Sweet. Now, because of this nutty background I got, it makes it look more than what it truly actually is. You follow me? So it's all in what your eye is perceiving right now with all this mixture of browns and greens. Alright, so to be quite frank with you, it's just about the same color as the background. It's just more concentrated instead of being staggered the way it's looking. But it does give the appearance of more stuff being there than what it really is. Okay, alright. Yeah, that's all because of what you said earlier, Chrissy, those earthy colors. Which, ironically, is not something I do too much of. But I wanted to go a different path with the base color of these leaves for that type of effect. So it's a little different. Okay. I guess down here we'll play with some long stem stuff and some, we'll just play today. All right, it's more of the green. Let's go with its opposite. Go a little bit of red. This time a little touch of red into the green. And we're gonna really dig into that green and put it right in there. Just like so. color opposites cancel each other out. They turn to either a weird browny gray color, and you just add white to it, and you'll get either a warm or a cool gray, depending on the colors that you're mixing, and the percentage of each color. It all depends of what type of gray you're looking for. Okay, now these are a little darker. I'm gonna get a touch of glycerin, not really too much glycerin. Because a darker color recedes, and it's sort of what I want right now, because I know what I'm going to put in front of this. All right. Okay, we're only 35 minutes in. Sweet. Hello, Nell. Marilyn. I understand, Marilyn. You hear that little high-pitched beep? You know, some people know that I'm live, some people don't. So not everyone knows that I kind of keep a YouTube schedule. It happens, you know. Okay. This is what I need to do. I have to strategically place these in a kind of clever way. So I think I'm just have them go this way. So we'll just start from here, and we'll just kind of do one of these numbers here. Now, judging by how it broke up like that, I don't have enough glycerin. I have to really put that glycerin in there to smooth it. And that's fine. I'm only using 2 colors. So I'm all right with that, because it can always be corrected. Watch. Thin, thick, thin again. Just like that. Okay. There's no rule saying you can't go back over it. You follow me? Just like that, and have them swing upward like that. Oh, we'll put one like kind of. He's a rebel. He just goes the opposite direction like that. Right into the other guy. It's all right. And we're gonna go right to a point. Let's get it. I don't really want to use too much red and green, because I don't necessarily need too much of this color. Another reason why I use such a small color palette is that those who usually want to emulate these guys, if you use too many colors, it can get a little daunting, a little confusing, a little discouraging. So I'll try my best to try to keep it relatively a simple palette. Okay, but that's why, mainly. Nothing big and deep about it. You know what? Let's start with a thick one right here. Come on out. Like that. And then we'll have one kind of curve out that way and kind of loop down like that. Just something a little interesting. Still going in that direction though. And then we'll have, we gotta have one rebel. Let's have him just kind of tip over here and come down to the side like that. That fella, he just want to be difficult. Okay, let's play with that. Let's get a little bit of orange. Oh, we'll keep it right in here. Right there we go. Just like that. Get a little bit of glycerin there. Okay, just like that. And then we'll just come here. Just like that. Alright. Let's do that again. And we'll kind of put him in there. Just like that. We'll give him a little love too. We just kind of wiggle him, and then we'll just keep him just like that. All right. Nothing really extravagant. We can give him a little bit of a shine. Come on over here like that, and we'll kind of do one of those numbers. We'll give this guy a little love too, right around. Yeah, you guys can see it right around in here. Just come on, that one that brings him out in front. We'll give him a little wiggle, and then we'll just kind of make him disappear in there like so. That's it. The end. No more for those. Keep in mind that I got so much stuff already happening in here. You don't have to inundate this painting with a bunch of leaves and frivolous stuff. All right, you take care, Chrissy. Appreciate you coming in. For those of you who might not know, it should be around midnight for Chrissy. She's in England. Okay. So they're 5 hours up from us as of right now. Okay, we're going to let that tack up a little bit. So if you guys want to chat for a second or two, love to answer your questions if you got them. What helps me find you is getting what you do is, just set it for every time. All right. I'm only on a few times a week. Mondays. I'm on Mondays at 7 o'clock. That's pre-recorded. Wednesdays, I'm usually here technically right about now, 7 o'clock. But usually, if I don't have anything going on, I'll try to hit 6 o'clock or 6:30. But it's usually 7 o'clock for both times. But I'm usually, if I can get away with it, I'm earlier on Wednesday. This Friday coming up, which is the 7th, I believe. I'll be on with Artfully Blind with Diana with about 5 or 6 other artists, and we will be, I don't have it here. Oh yeah, it's over there. You couldn't tell anyway. We will be, actually you guys should be able to see it from this camera. It's standing up there. Is it against the wall there? Yeah, you guys see it. It's this gray-green thing right there. But we're all painting a lighthouse. So all the artists got the same photo, okay, and they're gonna paint it in whatever medium they're comfortable in. Same lighthouse, so that will be extremely interesting. Mine was already sketched out and everything. I've already got it taped off. Since I did the grid method, I had pencil marks all over it, so I just gave a base color of a weird greeny gray and umber. And it's just sitting there. It should be totally dry and ready for Friday. So everything's all set with it. But that's going to be a 3-hour show because there's so many artists, and the chat will be strong there. So this webcam that I'm looking at you at will be my main camera. It will be set exactly right here because of the webcam. I can't adjust the settings on it. It only gives you a certain viewpoint, so I got to set it fairly close to get a good picture of the board, and then we're just gonna go from there. I gotta set my laptop exactly right here so I can see the chat. I can actually hook it up to I got a monitor right here. I can hook it up to the monitor, but I'm not gonna, it's the letter, the text will be too small if I choose to look at the chat. So I'll just hook everything up, just set it right here, clear the table off, and then we'll be ready to go. So I already tested it, and so we're all a go for that. So all right, I have a new hairstyle. No, it's called a haircut, and I needed one. My hair, and I need to be grateful. I'm not complaining. At my age, my friends are losing their hair, or they don't have any at all, including my brother. I'm still able to grow a fro, so I have to cut it often. It's my choice. I keep it quite low, but it still grows back like a weed. Like I say, I'm not complaining, but when I do get it cut, I cut it quite low. So, but yeah. All right, we're gonna move right along. I'm looking at the colors that I have here. I don't necessarily need those colors. Therefore, time to get rid of it. Now I have a towel on my lap here, and so I just scrape up the stuff and put it right on the, on the beach towel here. I have 2 beach towels that are just dedicated to putting all this gunk on. It's a rather large towel, so, and that's all. That's all I use it for. I do thoroughly enjoy this glass palette. I really do. And that's that. Brand new clean surface. My garbage can, I have it on my immediate left or right, depending on how I set this stuff up. Okay, here we go. Gonna approach this. It will be an open rose. All right. Well, you must be able to watch the my YouTube because I'm live right now. So you're telling me you don't see me right now? Why is my phone? Why is this phone doing this? I can actually show you guys why what's going on here with this thing. My iPhone is very fast, so it pulls it up rather quickly here. Like I say, I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. Nope, it went black on me. I wonder why it does that. Let's see here. Went black again. Don't know why. Alright. Well, you're just a waste of time. Okay. Well, actually, I can look at you guys up there. So that's no big deal. I wish I could switch it. Okay. The colors that I'm planning to use is going to be more or less the red, the orange, and the white. Okay, the flower has to kind of really stand out in the midst of all of this. So, all right. So we're gonna get on to getting. I'm gonna try to handle this a certain way, a petal at a time. All right. I'm going to try to structure this to where you would understand it. This definitely will be a very fluffy open rose. I'm going to probably use a lot of glycerin so you can see some of the background leaves. It gets darker here in the middle, but it just, when it flares out, the colors will be thinner and thinner. So I can utilize and take advantage of some of the petals going through being seen. Some of the leaves being seen here. Okay. All right. You guys are still here? I do believe you guys are still here. Everything's still good? All right. Okay. All right. So, let's see. I guess we'll deal with the ½ inch. We're going to do it. We'll probably more or less use the ½ inch for all of it. All right. Okay. So let's start pulling out color. Just for starters, I'll pull out that red here. we're gonna start pulling out some of this orange too. Bring it right out. Bring that orange out. The orange more or less going to have to be bumped up. This is not Grumbacher orange. That's the only thing that's not Grumbacher is the orange. It's thin, and I'm gonna have to kind of bump that up with a little bit of white. Okay. Okay. It's time to play. Let's get this happening. In the middle is going to be probably the strongest color. Anything going outward will probably be a little more glazed type of leaves. All right. So let's start to plan this out. If I'm looking for this red that I have to be the strongest color, okay, meaning it's going to be a fairly soft in a light flower. If the red is going to be the strongest color, the darkest color, quote unquote darkest color, then I can't have really too much of this color. You got me? All right. So here we go. Up here where I'm going to designate where the center is going to be, around here, up around in here. I may do a little something maybe in here. I'll have it kind of flare out like this. I just gotta be mindful of where I'm gonna put some of these darker things at here. I might even probably pop something here, maybe. I'm thinking that will more than likely be right about it. Really, everything else will be kind of, the further I go out, the less darkness we'll have, as far as that's concerned. Now, with this red, let's gather some red here, and we're gonna gather a nice little chunk of orange. And we're gonna put the orange into the red like that, a little more orange than red. So I need you guys to check this out here. I'm gonna try to, as the petals go further away from the main center of the flower, they get a little more transparent. So they're gonna be somewhat opaque here in the center. So what I'm gonna do is sketch out the initial look of the first petal. I'll sketch it out here. These are a little on the opaque side, so we'll do the first one. First one will be right here. Oh, come down maybe. I'll have it come down and maybe loop this way. So now with that in mind, I'll make it kind of solid, go thin here. So we'll flesh this, we'll block it right in like that. Looks kind of weird right now, I know, but that's more or less petal number one. Petal number two, and these guys are facing us, so you're going to be looking at more or less the back end of the flower here. It's going to be like a weird hook thing right around, right around here. It comes out, maybe like that. But from here, it's going to come up around in here, right up around in here, and I'll just tap it out, because these, like I say, these are a little more opaque. So I'll just have it come to a point right here like that. All right. Can you guys kind of see you? I don't see you guys talking or anything. So I hope you guys are still with me. Don't know. Not unless you say something. Okay. Let's start with these guys first. The first two outside petals. All right. I'm going to take this color, go into my white. I'm going to separate, put it right here. There we go. Not necessarily bright white, but definitely brighter than that color. All right, but we need this. Okay. Where's my smaller brush? All right. So we're going to start getting interesting little tones here and there. We'll start fleshing out these guys. All right. This is not the final highlight. Okay, now with this flower and the way I'm making it, Let's say the horizon is right there. Let's zoom in for a second. That's the only way you guys are gonna really kind of grasp what I'm gonna do here. Right in there. All right, because you guys don't know really where the bottom is. I'm gonna show you the bottom of it. I can do that with this right here. Come out, flare out, come out, come out, come out. Oh, yeah, come out there, like that. All right. That's the bottom of the first one. I'm gonna do the same exact thing for the bottom of the second one. The second one will be right about here. Come out, make it heavy. Then I'll just have it come to a point, just like that. Nothing special. All right, just what you see there. Let's get a little bit of glycerin there, loosen up this paint. All right, here we go. We'll start with, I'll start with the second one. I'll start with this one over here. Yeah, you guys can see it. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just give it a little push, boom, and I'll just stroke inward, boom, like that. Well, actually, having given it a push really won't matter at this point. I'll just kind of stroke. I'll just flesh it out like this. When I get the highlights going, then you'll understand. You'll see. All right, but that's number one. I'll slightly deepen for the other petal, so we can have a visual difference here. And I'm just blocking it in. A little deeper than that color, but it's still not as dark. Okay. All right. Right here. Now, the middle of this guy will be right about, I'll just put that dot right there. So you want to try to aim all of that in that direction. And I'm overlapping a little bit, just like that. Now, it straightens out, because you got to match where it's going here. And then I'm continuing on with the strokes, but I'm going in the direction of where that dot is. You're not going to really truly tell right now because it's all the same color. I darken that bottom right here, just like that. There we go, kind of match that up. All right. I cannot tell if you guys are there. I can't tell. Let me see something. Let me roll that chat. Can I roll the chat from here? I should be able to. Let's see, I don't want to press the stop button. I don't know where the mouse is. So hold on, guys. Hope I don't shut you guys off. There you are. All right, let's roll this. Can I roll the chat? There we are. Okay, I see you. All right, Marilyn said we're here. All right, I got you. Okay. All right, let's once again let's go into our, because I just want to highlight these two so you guys can have an idea of what the heck I'm doing here. I'm gonna get a little touch of white, and we'll lighten up this color. I don't want to go into the orange yet. All right. Yeah, I'm using a touch of glycerin for this lighter area here. Okay. Let's highlight some of these fellas. Like this. I'll give it a little push and bring it down. A little push, bring it down. A little push, bring it down. A little push of color, bring it down there like that. The rest, I'll just kind of get striations going for this fella. A little push, just like that. Just like that. Then I'm gonna come around this little fella. I'm gonna curve it and just bring a little curve right in there like that for this fella. Hopefully it's still dry. I can smooth some of that out there. just like that. Okay, now you might not be able to tell too much because the colors are very close. All right, but that's all right. That's fine. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna start aiming some of these. Give a little push. I'm gonna aim some of these in this direction. Same premise. The final highlights will be like the orangey white colors. So I'm building these up as I go along. Just like that. I really won't need too much more for that. So that's one outside petal. That's the second one. Actually, I can bring him around. Bring him around in there like that. As a matter of fact, I'll show you something here. I'm going into my orange. I'm gonna get a little bit of white going to the orange, lightening the color, just like that. A little more white. Now, putting more white into this orange, all this is going to make it a brighter orange. Okay, it will never be truly white, and that's not really what I'm looking for. Okay, right here, let's just give it a little push and pop some of that in there. Push, pop some of it in there. All right, just like that. Pop some right up in there like that. So you can kind of see where things are going here. Just like that now. You should be able to see that. And believe it or not, it should be a little lighter than that. Believe it or not. Because it's really got to show. The brighter I use the color, the less of it I need. All right. And then I'll kind of there, just like that. All right. Just like, well, pretty much just like that. Okay. Let me kind of curve a few of these in there, just like that. Bring it in there, curve it, and anything that I'm really not looking for, or not looking for it to be too strong, while it's wet, I can kind of pat it away. But I think you can start to see what's happening there, what's going on. Let's take some of this lighter color. Still a little darker than what I just did. And then we'll start like here. We'll put some in there like that. And we'll turn it around. Just like that. I need just a little bit of glycerin. Glycerin just makes it more transparent. Loosens up the paint. Now, if you use more glycerin than paint, it starts turning into a glaze. So kind of pick and choose your battles when you do stuff like that. And I'll start softening there like that. Just like so. There. Get rid of that. And we'll add some of that brightness in there like that. There. And we'll start softening these guys. Anyway, that's those outside too. Okay, let's go back into our red. I did take the orange off. Go back into some of this red. Just remember, in the middle of the flower here is a little more dense in color. Get a little bit of glycerin, only just to move this thicker paint around. So once again, you got to be kind of strategic here. Let's go like this. Maybe something like that. Let's kind of block this in though. Okay. All right. We're gonna handle this a petal at a time. This one here can be right from or from around in here, right from here. Boom, boom, boom. But I'm just blocking it in. You'll see where I'm going in a second with that. Okay, we're gonna take the lighter version of that. We're gonna go right back in here. I'm gonna keep them pretty relatively separate. I just dipped into my water instead of glycerin, but that's all right. I tend to do that too, I forget. Okay. And we'll start kind of highlighting certain areas. Sometimes it just needs a touch like that. But other ones, just like so. And then I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna start curving it. I'll give it a little push there and I'll curve it a little bit. I'll soften some of those striations a little. I'll curve him in a little bit, just like that. Give him a little bit of love right there. Curve him in, just like that. Be real soft with it. And we can continue it right here, just like so. I'll just add another one right in there like that and just make them disappear, just like so. So now we have 1, 2, well, 3 1/4. All right, 3 1/4. Okay. These little spots right in here, I'll show you with the red. Once I get these done, these are more, like I say, these are more opaque, guys. These are in the center. Okay, so you got them cupped around here. Got it cut. Well, let's do something with this here. Let's make this. We'll kind of make him a little darker right there because he's curved around underneath. So we'll build that up right in there like that. Okay. Here, I'll show you. There's one right in here. We'll do it this way. Boom, like there. He's like almost like a triangle fan shape right up in here. He comes out like that and going down like that. Let's take another one. I'll just frame it. These are the petals. They're in the back, just hanging out in the back there. This one's right here. Come out, and he cuts around just like that. All right. Okay. Remember, this is the darkest part of the flower. Everything has to be a little bit lighter. I'm going into a little bit of orange. Oh, yeah, we'll put it right here. We'll put the orange here. Get some glycerin. Loosen that color up. A little bit of orange, a little touch of red. All right. This is not as red as that red you see in here. Thank you, Johnny. A little bit more. The glycerin is supposed to bring in the transparency. If I need it a little more opaque, I just use more paint and not as much glycerin. Okay, and all we're gonna do really is just flesh these flowers in right here. All right, I already went over an hour, but we're not too far along from being done with this. We'll start right here. We'll just kind of press, pull it right into that red area there. And basically, I'm just filling it out, fleshing it out there. This red is not as deep as the previous red. I'm just really coloring it in right now, just blocking it in right now. Now the glycerin is making it be seen like that. That's what the glycerin does. If I didn't add glycerin to this, trust me, you wouldn't see those flowers at all. The leaves and whatnot, you wouldn't see them. Right in here, we're gonna do the same thing. I'm just blocking things in. Blocking it right in right now. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to my orange. I'll put the orange right here and get a little bit of white. I did not take all the red off, but here we go, right there. So you can see the differences in colors that I'm using here. All right. little touch of glycerin, and I mean a small touch of glycerin. Remember, the glycerin, the more you use in this, the more transparent it will look. All right. Okay, this is almost like the all roads lead to Rome. So we're gonna put a dot right there. No, I know you can see that dot. Everything gonna pretty much aim toward that dot. Let's do something though. Let's outline, at least outline the flower. Let's give it a little touch, and we're gonna come here and make it disappear. Now watch. I'm gonna do the same thing. Everything's going toward that dot. You make some longer, you make some shorter. I'm gonna come here. Now we're going in the other direction, but we're aiming everything towards that dot. And you see how that looks? All right. It's not overbearingly bright, but you can see the pattern. You see the direction where it's going. Okay. We're gonna do the same thing. Everything goes towards that dot right here. Curve it. It's like that. Curve. 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 I'm coming around here, going around the bend, just like this. And then I'm gonna just kind of aim him in there like that. Right there toward that dot. Once I complete these, everything else is super transparent. It just gets bigger and bigger after that. So this is like the main area here. Okay. All right. Let's get some titanium white. Let's go back in here. And we'll lighten it up a bit. You get a little bit of orange. Put it right in there. Lighten it right up. You need a little bit of glycerin just to lighten it up a wee bit. I'm getting some more white, not as much. There we go. Mix it right in there. Now I'm pushing. I'm just pushing the color a little more toward the center. Okay. Alrighty. Really your choice how far you want to go with this. Let's start here. So I'm gonna go over here and press. Just like that. But as I'm doing it, accentuate that curve just like so. There's a method to my madness to this also, but I'll show you later. Just like that. I'm working these colors in stages. Okay, we got our blocked in color, our first layer. This is the second layer of color. Coming around, let's give it a little curve. A little curve. Just like so. Let's get a little more color here, because it's not the final highlight. Just like that. This one here, I think I'm gonna have him just like that. Just like that. There's a reason why I just did that. Have him come in like that. That's gonna be a fold right there. Okay, this time it's gonna be more titanium white. I'm gonna put it right here. More titanium white, but I'm gonna take that color I just had with all that titanium white. Now there's gonna be no glycerin. This is just all more or less paint here, and it's brighter. Remember, the brighter the paint, the less of it you need. Okay, so we'll start hitting some major highlights here with these guys, like that. Here, I'm gonna give it a push. See that little rim of color? Push, stroke in, push, stroke in, push, stroke in, push, stroke in. Look at that. All right, you see how that looks? I'm in the wrong spot. Sorry about that. Go back here. Just like that. Over here on this side, same thing. And what I'm doing to get away with this is that I'm overlapping certain areas. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good there. All right. Let's dip a little more white into this. It's not any glycerin, no crazy type of no strong glycerin or anything like that. Okay. I'm just doing little overlaps. Here, I'm gonna go thin, run it out. I'll just wiggle and come right to a point in there like that. I don't want to use any glycerin here, so I'm gonna just use some more of this orange and white together, because this is the final highlight. So I'll pick and choose where I want to put some of this, because like I say, everything outside of this is gonna be very transparent. So right here, all roads lead to Rome, remember, and then I'll give them a little curve in there like that. Now I can take my little soft brush and we can start really like that. Okay. All right. We'll get a nice little rim of color. Just a slight push. Sometimes it's just a slight push is all I would need. Just like that. Just a gentle rim of color in there. Like that. Okay. Let's still take some of this color. I'm just going inside now. A little touch. Just like that. And now I'm starting to accent the highlight points on this flower. Press and go in that familiar direction. Okay. You don't need much. Just a little bit of highlight, just to show, where the strokes are going with this guy. This is where all those striations would help, like that. If I want a stronger rim of color, I'll just bring the paint a little further up on the furrow, on the bristles rather, and just give a stronger push and then guide it. Like that, just guide it right in there. I can soften that edge. Okay, it's much like that. All right, can I see you guys? Yeah, all right. Alrighty, I'm looking to see if I need to add, yeah, I do. A couple more spots, and then we're gonna get to the other area right here. Actually, just travel him a little bit more. Soften him up a little bit. Don't drop the brush. Remember, this is more paint. I'm not using any glycerin. This is just all paint. So it will be quite opaque, which is why I don't need too much of it, because it's just outlining petals. Slight push there. If I feel it's too heavy-handed, then I can take some away. And we got this little continuation right around in here. Give it a little push, and we're gonna kind of guide that in there like that. All right, I'm looking. We need a dark spot right in here. just like that. Let's make them a little bigger, just like that. Come on up in there, like so. Just like that. There. Now we got a little fold in that leaf. Same thing here. Same deal. Red up in here. Just make it a little darker there. See, when I say dark, it doesn't necessarily mean black. Just like that. All right. I think you guys can see that. Open that. Going to. I had to pull back anyway because it's going to get very interesting after this point. We'll bring it right here. Okay. Ow. Ow. I think I almost cut my eye. Yeah, I think I did. Nails. Let's clean off my soft brush here. All right. I'm going to show you something here that's going to be very neat. I'm going to use more glycerin than paint for the outside area of the flowers here. Now, with these series of petals, I'm going to do next, which will be more or less around all in here, you're going to see bits of background, the leaves and whatnot, and then we'll be done with it. Red 121. Okay. I wasn't planning on being on this long, but you know, it happens. All right. Let's play with, we're going to use a little more orange. I'm putting the glycerin all in here, in this area, right in here. So we're going to have more of a, digging up as much orange as I can here. And put it right there. We're all in this glycerin and orange. Okay. So we're going to make a lot of transparent leaves here. And we're going to give a slight edge to a few of them. You'll see. You'll see. More glycerin than paint is what I have right now. Okay. Okay. Let's have a good time. Let's start here. Now I got to try to maintain roundness to this guy. I kind of started it here. It's just being just watching your strokes from here on out. Now I'm coming here like that. Now watch what I'm going to do here. All points will still lead to Rome. But look at the transparency. Look what I'm doing here. I'm gonna come out here like this. I'm gonna come around just like that. Okay, but you start to see the transparency there. All right. Now, because I'm kind of used to doing this and doing crazy little things, I kind of know where I'm gonna go with this. All right. There, big one right there, and then we'll get some smaller ones, just aiming around in there like that. All right. The rest of this really is gonna go quite quickly because, like I said, I kind of know where things are gonna kind of go and be headed, what direction. Let's go this way. Let's curve him like that, just like that. Remember, I gotta try to keep a almost circular type of look to this fella, even though I'm adding all of this. Okay. I believe I made enough of this so I can stray away for 1 second. Let's go to our white and this pinky stuff here. And believe it or not, I'm gonna need to use some glycerin on this. Now, after I get this to where I want it, I'm gonna have to wipe the brush off. I don't want to overpower. I'm wiping my brush off. I'm going right to the tip of the brush, as you can see, just like that. All right. Let's start over here. We'll start picking and choosing highlight points. We're going to press and just go in like that. See that? We're going to be doing a lot of that. It's very fast. Let's aim him that way, and then we're going to come inward like that. And we're just gonna kind of have a good time. Let's aim one this way, like give him a little push. We'll aim him that direction. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do here. We'll make a give a little push, come in, little push, come in, a little push, come in. Yeah, this is actually fine. Then we're gonna do the same thing here. but we're gonna make him meet this fella right in there. So now I gotta make it brighter. We're gonna make a fold. Be careful. Give him a little push, and we're gonna kind of aim him in that way, that direction. So we got a nice little fold there. There. And all I need is just there, a little bit of white, the smallest bit, go on the very, very, very edge of these transparent flowers, petals. It's like that. We're gonna come out like that. And bring some in further than others. Give them a little edge on a couple, a little push. Just guide it in. But you're starting to see what it looks like now. This is how you get away with transparency. So you're really looking for the strongest highlight on the very tips of these guys. We'll curve him in like that. Actually, we have to join him. Let's give him a little push and join him together. A little stronger rim of color right there. Yeah. All right. You can see the petals there, but you can also see the border, the edge of the petals. Very important. All right, let's go back into our orangey color here. Still got plenty of glycerin here. We're gonna start building some more petals. Vermont, how are you, sir? It's good to see you, Bruce. And yeah, because most times when you're on in the morning, I'm usually feeding the dog, walking the dog. I'm usually doing a little housework, but if I got you on the big TV, I'll hear you. It's good to see you. And but yeah, I got no problem. I'm like the lurk king, but I got, you know, stuff to do in the morning. But you got a very soothing voice, and you're talking with some of the Hoswina and all of them, so you know it's all good. Let's strengthen that one there. I want a border right there. I'm doing something here. Hold on. I got I'm building up a flipped petal right here. I gotta build like a little border. This has to be a little brighter than the other ones. Right in there. Now that I've got that, it has to be brighter. I gotta establish the rim of brightness right here. It's just a slight push. You know, leave it alone. Push, strong push, leave it alone. Push, leave it alone, and trail it like that. So I have a border there. I have a flipped petal here. Okay. Then the rest, all in here, I can kind of pick and choose what I want bright. Just like that. And just give it a little touch. Just like that. And a little touch there. All right. Okay, we're gonna go a little more general. Let me darken up that color. This is more glycerin than paint. I wanna give the impression of almost see-through petals that's going on here. We're gonna have a few here come out, and it just comes on in like this, just like that. We're gonna have a few on the other side, so let me lighten up some of those guys. I'm gonna do these one at a time because we're almost at the end here. More white. Put it right in there in that color. Just like so. A little push. Come on in. A little push. Go on in there. A little push. Curve it on in. Okay. So the only way you can really tell that there's a petal there is because of that rim of bright color. That's the only way you would tell. Here, I'll strengthen up some of these because some of them are dry now. Just like that. And I can easily thin that out just like that. Because I need really, what I'm looking for is just the edge. The edge will guide everything else. I want a stronger rim of white down there on the bottom, on that fold right here. So just give me a little push. Just a little push. Right here, bring that, actually kind of bring that out there. Bring those striations out and kind of cup him in there like that. Okay. Let's give him a push and curve him. Let's give him a path, a little more of a recognizable path anyway. There we go. You know what? I just seen something. Hold on, guys. Let's make a flip fold in there. I'll do that real quick. I'll just make it a little bit darker. Get a little glycerin here. I'll make it a little darker. I see a flip fold in there. Okay. I see. Right here. Right in here. The flip fold right in there. And it kind of joins in there. I know you guys don't see it yet. You will. I'll just make a little rim of color there. Right in here, it goes like this. Boom, boom. Give it a little push. Boom. A little push. A little push. Just like that. Now to accentuate that a little bit, I'll take some red right in here, and just go in the opposite direction. See that? There it is. Right in there. There. So now we got a nice little flip fold goes around there. Okay. I don't know, I just seen it right there on the spot. Let's get a little rim of white. It's tainted a little bit with that orange. Just like that. We'll trail it there. Give him a little curve. Push curve, just like that. Okay. Well, I swear I'll leave it alone. Let's go up here and add some love up there. Okay, here we go. Some more of this orangey color. Let's get a little bit of white in there. Just like that. We'll brighten it up. It's got a lot of glycerin in it. Okay. I'll make it a little bit brighter. Now, I gotta be careful. There's a certain degree of this stuff you can only go so far. Okay. So I'm gathering a bunch of it. I'm pushing it in here just to get a bunch on the tip of the brush. It's more glycerin than anything else. All right, up around in this area here. We'll just take it. Yeah, you guys can see. And right now, I'm just gonna play just like that. And we're just gonna curve it in. And we're just gonna kind of trail it that way. Okay. Now you see the striations, but you have to remember that stuff is gonna dry. And when it dries, it's gonna dry very transparent. More glycerin than paint right now. And I'm gonna take that white, just like that. Just like so. I'm gonna give it a little push, let it go. A little push, let it go. A little push, let it go. I'm gonna bring one in. I'm gonna come here, give it a little push, a little shorter than the other ones. Curve it in, just like so. And then I'll come back out here, and it gets curved in like that. I can smooth some of that out, just like so. Now, as it dries, a lot of this you won't see. It'll recede a little bit. It is set. Okay, and that's basically all I'm doing. I'm gonna get a of the white. I'm just tint the white with orange. And we'll just start playing with frilly stuff here. I'll give him a little point there, and we'll kind of aim him in there. Just in that direction. Give him a little, stroke him in there like that. Put him in there, just like so. He's not going to stop. It's his job. You don't know who it is. He can smell who it is. And it's probably somebody you don't like. There we go. So hopefully you guys are checking this out. Let me pull back a little bit, because we're at the 99% mark now. As you can see, there's petals all over the place with this fella, and they're transparent petals. You can still see what's, especially when it totally dries, you'll still see the leaves going through this guy. Okay, it's in the, obviously it's in the front. We got to put our little bud stamen thingies in there. Okay, and then we're done. That's it. We're at 136, so it's a little over 90 minutes. And for those who are interested in this thing, hello Samuel, how are you? Steady rock. Thank you, brother. I do appreciate it. I gotta look at you at the big screen here, so forgive me if I didn't catch you when you came on. But we're at the going toward the home plate now. All right, I'm getting a round brush of sorts here. We're gonna put in our little stamen deals and then call it a day with this guy. All right. Oh my. Let's see what we got here. Get a little bit of water. We're gonna go. I work with a very small color palette, so we're just gonna use red. We're gonna just use green. We're gonna try to get it kind of as deep as I can here. These are two opposite colors, so I can kind of work at it here and get a fairly dark, deep brown. Now, even though they're opposites on the color wheel and they will cancel each other out, it also depends on the hue of red or green that you use. The deeper the color, the darker the mix for them. So, keep that in mind also. So I got a fairly deep mix. It will show up fairly dark compared to what we see here. All right. What the heck's going on here with this? Always nice to run around with this thing here. I got a good buddy of mine. He's on live. Well, thank you very much, Samuel. I do appreciate it. Okay, so we're up around here because you gotta, there is a center point to this guy, even though there's stuff all over the place. All right, but we're up around in here. Put some of those guys up in there, in the corner. I'll kind of light a few up here, but you gotta kind of give a little path of where the center is on this. I'll bring it up a little bit. If I gotta make them a touch darker, I will, but I don't think so. Kind of group them in the center a little bit there, and I'll spread them out as they kind of flow outward, just like that. Kind of. Maybe a slight touch of white. Maybe I'll do it that way. I think I'll do it that way. Let's try. I can't hurt but to try. Yeah, that works. One, it gives me direction. just like that. Let's brighten that tip up a little bit. But I do like where it's headed. I like that. So we'll do it that way. I'm just laying the brush downward. And you see the brightness is on the tip of the brush? Alright, just like that. Some are higher than others, but it kind of centers where the flower, the stamens are, and where the center of the flower is. Bring some kind of close down there, like that. Bring some out here. A little press there. Some interesting little groupings. The direction you're aiming these guys, also very important. I'll put some of them down here to represent lower. They're pretty low. There. Alright, just like that. Now that works. Alright. Well, Johnny, once you get the knack of it, it's very in a lot of it is just pure repetition. Okay, I'm gonna just get a little bit of glycerin. I'm getting a little bit of this orangey stuff here. I'm just gonna as I'm ending this, I'm just going to kind of adding a little orange tint to some of these fellas instead of super white. I'm not going to add it all over the place, but just like that. And it's more of a glaze than anything else, trust me. But I'm just going to tint some areas that I might feel that I'm a little too white, or I can put the white in it just to tint the orange a little bit. There we go. It's to kill some of that really super white. That's all. It's not going to get rid of a lot of that strength of the there we go. It's not going to get rid of a lot of the strength of the titanium white, but I don't need it to really overpower everything. This is what I'm trying to get at. And some of these, like this, like that, it just needs a really just a delicate rim of white right on the edge, just to lead the eye. There's just only a few spots really that it needs it, that I'm putting in right now, and that will be the end of this. But I think it's the first time I've deliberately really concentrated on transparent petals. All right. Let me put my name on it. I'd like to thank you guys for watching till this evening. At least it's this evening here, Eastern Seaboard. I try my best not to really keep you too long. So, all right, let's find the color. I guess I'll just use the titanium white, a little bit of water. I'll sign my name on it. Anybody that is interested, I do sell them. I don't really paint these to keep them. So if you're interested, just message me. My prices, I think, are more than fair. I try to price them to get rid of them. They kind of pile up after a while, So bear with me here. Let me just throw my signature on here. I will whack a frame on it real quick. And that will be it for this evening. Once again, in a couple days on Friday, from the time of this recording, a couple days, I will be painting along with Ian Jackson and quite a few others. We all have one painting. We've been sent the photo for the 1 year anniversary of Ian being guest artist every Friday on Paint Artfully Blind with Diana. Used to be formerly called Artfully Yours with Diana. Here. And we're starting at 3 o'clock on Friday. 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Friday. It'll be a 3-hour show. Thanks, Bruce. Okay, let's throw a couple of different color frames on this. Let's back this up a little. I think that'll work, right there. I think that will center it just nicely. All right, I usually do the brown frame first. The brown frame is actually for 11 by 14, but it's a thicker frame. I usually show them in different colors, but that's what it would look like on the frame. All right, for at least a brown frame anyway. Like I say, as it dries, you'll start seeing the plants and stuff behind the looser petals there. And with all the little stamens there, it centers the flower. All right. Okay. That's the brown frame. Black frame. And there you go. That's what it would look like with a black frame. All right. Yeah, centered to there. There's the signature if you want to go a little bit lower. Okay. There you go. All right. Once again, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. I shall see you on Monday. I do have a I think I have a one already there. I did a few of them, but it all depends if all is well. What I'll do is I'll continue the dinosaur commission. The only place I blocked in the creature, but that was about all. Everything else is somewhat finished. I got to put the creature in, then the soldier, then everything else in the foreground. But I am going to continue live on YouTube the dinosaur. Okay. If I don't do it on Monday, then I'll end up starting it on Wednesday. That will be my next live. It will be the dinosaur. Okay, I'm gonna try to do as much as of him as I can. All right, so I can get him done and everything. Because the guy's been waiting a minute for it. So, so until then, thank you very much. I appreciate it. The black frame for sure. Yeah, you know what? It's Shannon has hamburger pop figures. Oh, okay. Yeah, I seen them buzz on a few minutes ago, so it's all good. But yeah, I will continue that. I think I got something already pre-scheduled for Monday, I believe. But if I feel like doing the dinosaur one, then I'll just preempt that and set it at a later date and just do the dinosaur painting. All depends. All right, guys, I think that's about it. Thank you very much. It's been going on an hour, 48 minutes. I do appreciate you. This will be posted on my Facebook page in a few minutes. I take a good picture of it and then, all right. Take care, guys.